So my team already started distributed because me and my co-founder, we live in two totally different continents. She lives in San Francisco and I live here in Portugal. And we now have grown into 4 main poles, which is US, Portugal, India, and Vietnam, plus a lot of people distributed all over that work close to one of the poles or work on their own. The most important challenge, I think, is the synchronization and communication. When people work remotely, they have to make an effort to make sure that everything is reported down in documents or down in emails that are well written and don't leave information out so that you have to go back and back, because there is a lot of different time zones. So sometimes you will start communicating with somebody that is in their nighttime and then you have to wait until the next day. So that's the number one challenge. Second big challenge is getting to know the people. So some people I started working with when I came to the company, I only met them 3 years afterwards. And that's when we were very, very small. So it was actually very nice to meet them in 3 dimensions, but it's something that you have to make do when you're working with somebody you have never met before. You just see it in a screen. A global approach to hiring means that you have a much bigger pool of talent. That's everybody's saying that, right? But in reality, is really in our type of technology, we cannot work with anybody that comes in. I mean, there is certain skills that we need for some of the roles that we are applying. It is either I'm leading a research team that is heavily focused on speech, so we really need specific people that have done that for a long time. That, if you open up to the whole world or to certain time zones, let's say, it's much, much easier to find people. Now, the challenge comes to, okay, how do you work with those people in the legal terms, which is another thing that probably there is companies solving it, right? But the fact that you can actually reach out to them and work with them, it's already a big, big advantage. From the start, we actually didn't know each other, me and my co-founder, and it was sort of a serendipitous meet that we met in a conference, in a technical conference. We started talking and we actually decided to work together via email, totally remote. So I think what was very nice and at the same time very creepy was that we got to know each other by me sleeping on her floor in her apartment in San Francisco, because right 3 weeks after I joined, we entered into an acceleration program over there. So I flew over there, and here I am, new in a company, sleeping in the floor of my co-founder, and living the real life with her. She's Vietnamese, so Asian culture. I'm Spanish, so totally European culture. You have to adapt to that. So you're adapting to the person, you're adapting to a new company, but I think it was great, and I wish I could do that with every single one person that I bring to the company. Sometimes we don't get to see each other for a long, long time before we can get together and actually put a 3-dimension to the image on Zoom, right? But I think having this option to work remotely and to hire remotely, it's a totally new paradigm for the economy and for ourselves, right? And we don't get bounded to the place where we decide to live, right?